when this compound, nitroso compound, after nitrosation, we got the nitroso compound. This is nitroso compound. NO means nitroso, one nitroso compound. One nitroso. Otherwise, 2-hydroxy, here 6-benzoyl, everything is same, only here nitroso compound. And when it is treated with the hydrogen plus what you call activated charcoal. Activated charcoal plus palladium or platinum. Sometimes sulfur plus activated charcoal can also be used. Or sometimes even the selenium, and if you are asked, here in the book you will find hydrogen plus palladium, here activated charcoal. But we can say, if anybody asks, we can we change this reducing agent? We say yes. We can, instead of we can use palladium, we can use platinum, we can use sulfur, we can use selenium. These are also, they have same effect. Their action is same. Either sulfur or platinum or selenium. C is for the charcoal, that is activated charcoal. So when it is, this compound, this reagent is the reducing agent. Nitroso group is reduced into the ammonium compound, amino compound. So now then it will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Here it was one nitroso compound, here was amino compound. Remaining same, that is 2-hydroxy and 6-benzoate. And again this is ferric chloride. Ferric chloride is oxidizing agent. Ferric chloride is oxidizing, mild oxidizing agent. So when this oxidizing agent is used, then hydro. So now we will know here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Here 6-benzoate, 1, 2 naphthoquinone. And when this naphthoquinone is treated with the sulfur dioxide, it is not sulfur oxide, sulfur dioxide. Sulfur dioxide in the presence of methanol. Again, this is sulfur dioxide. Sulfur dioxide plus methanol. Further reduction. It will carry out further reduction, and the ketonic group will be converted into alcohols. The sulfur dioxide is a reducing agent. So sulfur dioxide in presence of methanol, it will reduce the ketonic, remaining compound same. This will only reduce the ketonic group into the alcohols. Here benzoate, O, C6H5, and here OH. The ketonic groups are reduced to the alcoholic group. And when this compound is treated with the dimethyl sulfate, if you remember last time I told you what is the function of dimethyl sulfate, it is used for the methylation. This purpose of this, it is used for the methylation, and this will methylate the OH group. So now potassium, here potassium carbonate. This compound when treated with the dimethyl sulfate in presence of potassium carbonate, methylation of oxygen. O-methylation takes place. Remaining compound remains same. One, two, next benzoate. Here 1, 2 dimethoxy compound. And when this dimethoxy compound, when it is treated with the potassium hydroxide and hydrochloric acid. Potassium first with the potassium hydroxide followed by hydrochloric acid. That is the familiar reaction. That when if you treat the sodium acetate with the potassium hydroxide, when you treat the sodium acetate with the potassium hydroxide, we will get the potassium acetate. And when potassium acetate is treated with hydrochloric acid, we will get the acetic acid. That is, if you treat any ester with the potassium hydroxide, potassium salt will be obtained. Again, you treat it with hydrochloric acid, acid will be obtained. So here this same reaction. That is, if you treat this compound with the ester is always formed by the reaction of alcohol and carboxylic acid. So acetic acid when treated with this potassium hydroxide will get the potassium acetate plus ethyl alcohol. And when ethyl acetate when treated with this potassium hydroxide will get the potassium acetate plus ethyl alcohol. And potassium acetate when treated with hydrochloric acid will get the acetic acid. The overall reaction will be the formation of acetic acid plus ethyl alcohol, the corresponding alcohol and corresponding carboxylic acid. So here this is an ester of benzoic acid. So here this is alcohol form, here and this is acid form. Acid portion, alcoholic portion. So first what happens, we will get the compound that is sodium benzoate, here OH, and when if it is treated with the hydrochloric acid, a carboxylic acid, benzoic acid plus will get the here OH. OH will be again here OH and remaining same methyl group. This compound is obtained. And now this compound, in this compound what is happening? We say it is now hydroxy compound. This compound is now hydroxy compound. What do you call it? When you treat with the OH 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 6 hydroxy, 1, 2 dimethyl, or 1, 2 dimethyl 6 hydroxy, same naphthalene. And when this, anybody ask, can ask you what is the function of this? We say now the ester and alcohols are converted into corresponding alcohol. And what we have done in initial reaction, we carry out the monobenzoylation. That is one group we protected with the benzoyl group. Now we are removing the protective group. So it is a deprotection. We are removing the protection group, that is benzoyl group. So now same OH is obtained. And now when this compound is treated, with the same, that is, if you carry out the whatever we have done in the first instance, if you carry a reaction, if this reaction is treated with the nitrosetting agent, that is sodium nitrite, and then if you use sodium nitrite and acetic acid, then what happens? Here at this point, nitro-SO group will be introduced. Nitro-SO group is introduced here at this position. And once nitro-SO group is obtained, then if you carry out the reduction, same hydrogen plus palladium and charcoal, then NO group was converted into NO2. Further oxidation with the ferric chloride, then these two groups will be converted into the diketonic group. Once diketone is obtained, then the particular compound, last time, same type of compound will be obtained. When there was diketone, the diketone will be formed. So I'm just writing in one step. You can write all steps one by one. That is when you treat with this compound with the acid, sodium nitrite or potassium nitrite in presence of acetic acid at lower temperature. Then here nitro session will take place, and if this compound is treated with the palladium plus activated charcoal, then this is converted into amino group. I did write in one step or step by step, and then followed by, if you treat third, ferric chloride. That is, ferric chloride is the oxidizing agent. So here the both group will be oxidized and we will get this compound. That is diketone. That is known as quinone. Which quinone? 1,2-quinone. 1,2-quinone. Write in this way. Better to write in this way. So this compound is obtained. Now once this compound is obtained, let me clear this one. This is naphthoquinone. If you start from number 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 5, 6 dimethoxy, 1, 2 naphthoquinone. So now when this compound is treated with all these reagents, then we got this compound. After this, we treat this compound with the, means all, after all these, we will get this compound. This compound is treated with the cyanoethyl acetate. And this reaction is what if you remember, the Michael type of reaction, Michael addition, Michael condensation, Michael reaction, in which carbon-carbon bond formation takes place. CH2, here CN group, cyanoethyl acetate. It is cyano, alpha cyano. Cyanoethyl acetate in presence of triethylamine aqueous. In triethylamine here aqueous. If this compound is treated with this one, then what happens at this position? This is the alpha and this is beta. Alpha carbon will contain any hydrogen if it is present at this position. 1, 2, 3 means one hydrogen is there. This hydrogen will be removed by this group, that is CH2. Remain as it is. Here methoxy group.
Sir, please repeat this step.
एक मिनट क्या कहा?
सर ये वाला स्टेप रिपीट कर दें, साइनाइड वाला.
ये हमने थर्ड ईयर में, अगर आपको याद हो तो हमने किया था ये रिएक्शन. अगर साइनोइथीन के साथ रिएक्शन कराएंगे, किसी भी इथाइल साइनोएसीटेट, इथाइल एसीटोएसीटेट, इथाइल मेलोनेट, the compound containing active hydrogen, if they are treated with any alkene which contain the electron withdrawing group in presence of base, then what happens? Through the alpha carbon, it will attach with the compound which contain the active hydrogen. So this is the active hydrogen which is present here. With respect to ketonic group is the electron attracting group. This ketone is also an electron attracting group. This ketone is attracting the electron. This is also attacking the electron. What happens? This will affect on the hydrogens present on this carbon. Because now at this carbon there is no hydrogen, there is no effect. But at this carbon there is one hydrogen. This hydrogen becomes more acidic. So if this hydrogen is treated with the base, this hydrogen will be removed. Now we will get here, you see, this hydrogen is acidic hydrogen. This will be removed in form of negative charge. So now here, ethyl acetoacetate. Similarly here, ketonic group. Here if you treat with the base, then what happens? This hydrogen also can be easily removed by the base. This can be converted to carbonyl. Now once if you treat with the base, what happens? This will be converted to carbonyl. And through this carbonyl, this will attack on this carbon. And here polarization will take place. The electrons goes here. So now here proton will be attached. Now this double bond will be finished and we'll get this compound. That is CH, this CH. CH, cyano group, remaining same. CO, O, C2, H5. This group is attached at this position. You see here. This is the position with respect to alpha position. Alpha, yes, alpha or beta. This is alpha position. So here, this group, it is ethyl cyanoacetate. It is ethyl, it is known Michael condensation. Michael condensation. So Michael condensation will take place, and in this case we will get this compound. And when this compound is treated with the potassium ferricyanide, it is also mild oxidizing agent. When it is treated with the potassium ferricyanide, that is Fe3 K3 potassium FeCN whole 6 CN cyanide whole 6, and then this will be the if the actually complex C6 potassium 3 K3 Fe and potassium ferricyanide. It is a mild oxidizing agent. So now we will get this compound. When this compound is treated with the yes, I think one thing is alpha. This is always attached to the beta position. It's alpha position. Actually, this will be attached to the beta position, not alpha position. At the beta position. This alpha with respect to this alpha, this beta. This is at beta position. Now, when it is treated with the ferric chloride, mild oxidizing agent, now we'll get here mild oxidizing agent. What it will do? Now we have this compound. So now this will, in reducing agent, will add the hydrogen and oxidizing. This will produce a double bond. So now we will have this compound. Remaining compound remains same. Right, this way. Here, ketone, and over here CH2, cyano same. All here will be all same. CO, CO2, C2H5, and then double bond will be created over here with the treatment with the potassium ferricyanide. And when this compound is treated with the potassium hydroxide methanol water, that is potassium hydroxide aqueous methanolic. It is selective hydrolysis. Methanol plus potassium hydroxide, methanol plus water. Aqueous methanolic potassium hydroxide. This is used for selective hydrolysis. Selective hydrolysis. So here, just clear it all. We have used potassium hydroxide. So now what happens here? If you carry out the hydrolysis, direct hydrolysis, not unselective, then methoxy group also will be hydrolyzed. This acetic group, this acetate group also will be, or ester group also will be hydrolyzed. So if you use this one, aqueous methanolic potassium hydroxide, then only this group will be hydrolyzed. Now we'll get here. Methoxy group, they will remain as it is. They will not be affected. So here, methoxy group. Let me write here, methoxy group. Then here same. Here CH2, CH cyano group. And this will be converted to COO potassium. Ester is converted into potassium salt. And when it is treated with the hydrochloric acid, then what happens? This salt will be converted to carboxylic acid, followed by heating. Then what? Decarboxylation takes place. Just I am writing one step. COOH will be obtained. When it will be heat, then on heating, the carboxyl group will be removed in form of carbon dioxide. Decarboxylation takes place, and we will get this compound. Only cyano group remain as it is. Otherwise, carboxylic group will be removed. So here, other remaining same. Here, CHCl. First treat with the hydrochloric acid. Hydrolysis will take place. That will be known as salt of alpha cyanoic acid. We say it is the potassium salt of alpha cyanoic acid. And after hydrolysis, we say alpha cyanocarboxylic acid. When heated, then this will undergo decarboxylation. So now we will get this compound. This compound is obtained double bond remain as it is. And when this compound is treated with the and with cyano compound, if it is treated with the 1,3-butadiene, 1,3-butadiene, that is like this, 1,3-butadiene. And this reaction, if you remember, it is known as Diels-Alder reaction or Diels-Alder reaction. What do you call it? Diels-Alder reaction. Here it is alkene, activated alkene, and this is the conjugated diene. So Diels-Alder reaction will take place. Now one thing here, this ring remain as it is. That is benzene with methoxy group at this position. And this ring also remain as it is here, which contain this one group will be here OH enol form. This will become enolized enol form, and now we'll get here the butadiene, and this also remain. That is CH2CN. This also remain as it is. We just put here. Yes. Cyanoethyl. This group is cyanoethyl group, remain as it is. Now butadiene, you see, when reacted dies, 6-member ring is formed. So here 6-member ring is formed. Over here, third ring will be introduced. Over here, yes. This is enol form. Enol. And when this compound is treated with the catalytic reduction with the hydrogen in presence of copper chromite, CuRO2. There is Cu copper chromite at 28 atmosphere pressure, 27 atmosphere pressure, and temperature normally we use the 130 degrees centigrade. 130 degrees centigrade. 130. 130. क्या होगा ब्यूटा, इसके 1,3-butadiene, इसके साथ रिएक्शन करेंगे तो ये होगा Diels-Alder reaction. Some people say Diels-Alder reaction, some say Diels-Alder reaction. What are the reaction? You remember the reaction when the conjugated dienes, if they react with the activated alkenes, 6-membered is the form. That reaction was a Diels-Alder reaction or Diels-Alder reaction. So 6-membered ring is formed. So here, this 6-membered ring is formed in this compound. And when this compound is treated with the hydrogen plus copper chromite, this is the reducing agent at the 27 atmosphere pressure and 130 degrees centigrade. This is the condition. That are so now the compound, this will be cyclization. This will undergo the cyclization. This compound cyclization, then oxidation. How this happens? You see what change is taking place. Here methoxy group, this ring remain as it is, and this also one more ring, that is this ring, the ketone which contains the ketone group. This also remain as it is, and here third ring, which obtained by the addition of butadiene. This also remain as now cyanoethyl group. Cyanoethyl we are using here. Here cyano. C1, how much ring is 1, 2, 3, 4. Fifth will be the nitrogen. So now here what happens? Here this will be here cyclization take place. This undergo the cyclization at this point. Oh, here carbon and nitrogen and here oxygen of the OH. So now we will get this compound Here which compound is found now here? That will be 1, 2, 3, fifth, fourth. 1, 2, 3, fourth ring will be introduced. That is, we say here nitrogen. This ketonic group enol form will be OH will be converted into ketonic group, and here nitrogen. This compound will be obtained. NH. Cyclization take place. Cyclization of this one. Now, which here, sorry, nitrogen. So this one will contain the ketonic group, then NH, and OH go to the carbon. The ketonic group will be introduced. So now this type of compound they are known as amides, cyclic amide. Cyclic amide they are also known as lactame.
Lactame.
Lactame is formed. And once this lactame is formed, then this lactame is reduced with the Wolff-Christian reduction. What is the difference between Wolff-Christian reduction and Clemmensen reduction? The function is same. That they always convert the ketone aldehyde group into the CH2 group. But the only condition is different. If Wolff-Christian reduction is used, we use the hydrazine plus base. If the Clemmensen reduction, then zinc plus hydrochloric acid. So we use here because the other groups they are sensitive to the acidic condition. That is why we use the hydrazine. That is the Wolff-Christian reduction. Hydrazine in presence of base. Wolff-Christian reduction. So here we carry out the Wolff-Christian reduction. So if you carry out Wolff-Christian reduction, then what happens? This ketonic group, this amide group, this ketonic group, this will be reduced to the CH2 group. So now here methoxy group, and then this ring, and then here cycle this double bond, and there will be nitrogen, your H, lactame. Only this ketonic group will be reduced to the CH2 group after Wolff-Christian reduction. Once we get, now this is only lactame. This was the ketone, now only simple lactame. Same lactame, NHCO. And when this lactame is treated with sodium hydride plus methyl iodide. Sodium hydride plus methyl iodide. Sodium hydride plus methyl iodide. And the function of both the methyl iodide and dimethyl sulfate is same, methylation. Function of dimethyl sulfate and methyl iodide is same. Sodium hydride is base, methyl iodide. So what happens? N-methylation takes place. Here methoxy group, here methoxy group, then this second ring, here third ring, which contains the double bond, and here lactame same, the N, H is replaced by methyl. So here N-methylation takes place by the treatment with the sodium hydride and methyl iodide. Now when this compound is treated with the, again lithium aluminum hydride, again that is mild reducing agent. Lithium aluminum hydride. That is, we can write mild, or sometimes we can also selective reducing agent. This reducing agent will reduce only the carbonyl group of amide. Ester groups, amide groups, if you want to reduce the carbonyl group of esters and amides, then use the lithium aluminum hydride. If anybody asks, Ram, can you use another? We say we can use it sodium borohydride. But sodium borohydride is less reactive than the lithium aluminum hydride. Here, when lithium aluminum hydride is used, we have to maintain the anhydrous conditions. Otherwise, the function of both is same. Sodium borohydride and lithium aluminum hydride. But it is more effective than the sodium borohydride. So now we will have here the carbonyl group of the amide. It will be reduced. Now we will get a methoxy group. Here methoxy group, they will remain same. Here this carbonyl group of beta lactam, it will be reduced to the CH2 group. Otherwise, everything remains same. So now when we have this compound, then it is treated with the sulfuric acid, this compound, H2SO4. That is the hydration. So now, if you remember, if any compound which contain the, for example, ethene, if ethene is treated with sulfuric acid, what happens? Hydration will take place. Whenever any olefinic bond containing compounds are treated with sulfuric acid, alkyl hydrogen sulfate is obtained, and further reaction, okay. After this, after treating with the lithium aluminum hydride, which is a mild reducing agent, we got this compound in which the carbonyl group of amide, lactam, was reduced. So now when this compound was treated with the sulfuric acid, because this compound contains the double bond, so now first the bisulfate is formed, then H2O, it will be added, OH. So now here OH will be added, there is a hydration, H here, OH here. If the hydration will take place, we will get this hydroxy compound. And when this compound is treated with the diethylene glycol, sodium hydroxide in presence of diethylene glycol, sodium hydroxide in presence of diethylene glycol. Now, what is the function of this? If you treat this whole compound with the sodium hydroxide directly in aqueous solution, then sodium hydroxide or potassium hydroxide, both are strong bases. So hydrolysis will take place and both methyl group will be removed, that is demethylation will take place. But when the potassium hydroxide is treated with this compound in presence of diethylene glycol, then this will reduce its activity. So it will be deactivated. In this case, what happens? The selective dehydration, selective demethylation will take place. And in selective demethylation, what takes place? Only the one group, methyl group, this will be removed. Otherwise, this will remain as it is. So it is selective demethylation. And now we'll have this compound obtained in which here this methoxy group remain as it is. This will be removed. OH remaining compound same. Here OH, C, and CH3. This compound is obtained. And actually this is known as alpha dihydrothebanol. The name of this is alpha dihydrothebanol. If you study the structure of thebane, then you know what is the dihydrothebanol. Thebane converted into alcohol, it is thebanol. When hydrogenated, two hydrogens are added at the double bond, it is dihydro. So it is alpha dihydrothebanol. Once the alpha dihydrothebanol is obtained, then it is treated with the compound is known as this diphenyl ketone. Here C6H5 or C6H5. Diphenyl ketone, diphenyl ketone, which is also benzophenone in presence of tertiary potassium tertiary butoxide. Potassium tertiary butoxide. So this is an open air oxidation. Open air oxidation. In open air oxidation, what happens? The ketonic group and alcohol group, they are exchanged. So in exchange, what happens? The ketonic group, they are exchanged with the alcoholic group. That is here diphenyl ketone. Diphenyl ketone, it is known as benzophenone. Benzophenone will be converted to benzhydrone. This will be converted to benzophenone. Ketone. So this is the only this reaction takes place. In open air oxidation, whenever if tertiary butoxide, and here I have just written the diphenyl ketone. But instead of this, we can use any other compound. That is, if you remember, isopropyl alcohol and tertiary butoxide, acetone plus potassium tertiary butoxide. We can also use aluminum tertiary butoxide plus acetone. The function will be same. The acetone will be converted into alcohol, and this compound will be converted to ketone. So that is known as open air oxidation. Here I will just benzophenone in presence of potassium tertiary butoxide. Here benzophenone. Sorry, I have just clear it. Benzophenone, potassium tertiary butoxide. This is open air oxidation. Open air oxidation. It is not open air. Somebody, it was saying in open air. It is open air, it is name of oxidation. It is not open air. Air open. It is not open air oxidation. It is a special type of oxidation in which ketones, any ketone, any alcohol, if it is treated with the acetone presence plus in presence of tertiary butoxide, potassium tertiary butoxide, normally it is used. Then aluminum tertiary butoxide can also be used. Then the alcohol will be converted into ketone. So now here, this will be converted, alcohol is converted into ketone. And that ketone will be converted, whatever the ketone you are using, that will be converted into the alcohol. Exchange reaction. So here, then here, OH, OH plus we have same third ring. We also will have third ring. Now in third ring we will have here OH, here N, CH3, and this will be converted into ketone. After treating this alpha dihydrothebanol with the open air oxidation or open air oxidizing agent, we will get this ketone. And this ketone is known as dihydrothebanol. Dihydrothebanol. Now it is dihydrothebanol. Alcohol is converted to ketone. Once we get this dihydrothebanol, that is ketone, then it is treated with the bromine. That is bromine. We carry out the bromination in acetic acid. We will carry out the bromination of this compound, dihydrothebanol. When it undergo the bromination, then we will have this compound group, and dihydrothebanol undergo the bromination. Methanol here, OH remain as it is. Here one bromine is added, an aromatic ring, the substitution take place, and one here bromine, the remaining compound remains same. That is alpha bromoketone. That is the alpha bromoketone. तो एक खामिश होगा नंबर अजान हो जाए. Now, whatever this compound we have obtained is alpha bromoketone. This will be treated with the 2,4-dinitrophenylhydrazine and acidic conditions. That is here 2,4-dinitrophenylhydrazine. It is 2,4-dinitrophenylhydrazine. This is the formula of 2,4-dinitro. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You might have seen it's a solid compound, orange color solid compound, 2,4-dinitrophenylhydrazine. And a reaction is carried out in acidic conditions. So now when this compound is treated with, this compound will get this compound. That is now, actually what I can see. Sand methoxy group. Here the OH, yes, and bromine, and here you see the compound there. Here the ketone group remain as it is. One hydrogen dehydrogenation takes place, dehydrobromination takes place. So double bond is introduced over here. At this position, double bond is introduced. Otherwise, everything remains same. Dehydrobromination takes place by the reaction with 2,4-dinitrophenylhydrazone. What happens? This will protect this ketone group. It is converted to 4-dinitrophenylhydrazone. Then it is treated with acid. When it is treated with acid, then acid will remove the bromide. Dehydrobromination takes place. Sorry, it will be treated with potassium hydroxide base. Because this reaction is not elimination reaction. Dehydrobromination takes place, then followed by the reaction of the water. So now again, this will be maintained. The phenyl hydrogen group will be removed. Again, this ketone group remains same, maintained, and here the bromine from here and hydrogen from removed. So the alkene olefinic double bond will be introduced into the compound. And once this is obtained, then it is treated with the hydrogen in the presence of platinum or nickel or palladium, and this is known as reducing agent or hydrogenating agent. So now, actually, there are fragments of synthesis. Here it is. I'm just writing the complete synthesis. So again, everything remains same. Again, the double bond will be converted to single bond. Here, and everybody can say that right here. Then I'll tell you one thing: the logic of this reaction. What is the logic of this reaction? Just click. Here, see. Here, double bond is here. Double bond is reduced. That is, double bond is converted to single bond. Another thing is here this hydrogen, this becomes cis as compared to this rings. So now the function of this is why we can ask, anybody can ask, first it was the single bond, then why same reaction repeated. Here you see one thing is here, bromine. We have just maintained the bromine at this position. Otherwise, if you don't carry out this reaction, the single bond compound do not contain the bromine here. So actually the function was we have to maintain the bromine position of bromine here, then followed by the other reaction, the reducing agent. And when now this again, and this compound when treated with the bromination, similarly again bromination and the presence of acetic acid. Same now here, what happens, we'll get this compound. Here. And methoxy group, bromine over here, OH here. Now one bromine is introduced over here. One bromine is introduced this position and one bromine here. This will be the metonic group. Here. One bromine here, one bromine here, now three bromines are attached. And now, when this compound again treated with the 2,4-dinitro, you can write here DNP. DNP means 2,4-dinitrophenylhydrazine. 2,4-dinitrophenylhydrazine. So what it will do? Right. Total 36. Now here, bromine, three bromines are added. Bromine in aromatic ring, bromine here, bromine over here. And then it is treated with the DNP 2,4-din. You can write the formula, or you can write the DNP only, you have 2,4-dinitrophenylhydrazine, whole compound you can write. So now, once we get this compound, then we'll get here. And if it is treated with the 2,4-dinitrophenylhydrazine, then what happens here? We will get this compound. Here. Same. NCH3 here. And here dehydrobromation, this will be removed. BRH, HBr is removed, and here furon ring is introduced here. H from here, B from here. O remain as it is. HBr is removed, and here methoxy group also remain as it is. And here the double bond. Here HBr is removed from here, and with the ketonic group, here DNP group. This will be attached here in this way. Here 2,4-dinitrophenylhydrazone group will be attached on this position. So this is the compound which will be formed after treating with the 2,4-dinitrophenylhydrazine. And when this is treated with the acid plus acetone, when this compound is, this bromine as it is. And this compound when it treated with the first acid, the one is acetone. Then what happens on treatment with the acid plus acetone? Here again everything remains same. Here only just this group, the 2,4-dinitrophenylhydrazine will be removed. And in form of, because it will react with the acetone to form the 2,4-dinitrophenylhydrazone of acetone, and this will be again ketone group will be retained. There is here, let me write here, here double
सर
bond
फर्स्ट
will
वाले रिंग पर तो दो मिथोक्सी ग्रुप थे, तो वहां पर एक OH ग्रुप कैसे आया?
जो सिलेक्टिव डिमिथाइलेशन की याद नहीं, किलो पोटेशियम हाइड्रोक्साइड और डाइमिथिलिन ग्लाइकोल के साथ.
यस सर, ठीक है.
ठीक है. उसके बाद अब ये डिहाइड्रो ब्रोमिनेशन हो गया, यहाँ से डबल बॉन्ड यहाँ पे ये वैसा रहेगा. अब निकलना इसको है, ये 2,4-dinitrophenol इस ग्रुप को निकलना है. तो रिएक्शन अगर एसीटोन के साथ कराएंगे तो एसीटोन इसके साथ रिएक्शन करेगा, ये 2,4-dinitrophenylhydrazone ऑफ एसीटोन बनेगा और ये कीटोन वापस आ जाएगा. तो हमें जो मिलेगा वो कंपाउंड होगा सेम कंपाउंड, जस्ट ओनली दी phenylhydrazine group will be removed. Here same compound, only now we'll get this compound. The phenylhydrazine group will be removed. So now if this compound is treated with lithium aluminum hydride in boiling tetrahydrofuran, if this compound is treated with the lithium aluminum hydride in boiling tetrahydrofuran as a solvent, then what happens? We hear the ketone, this again is reducing agent. So ketonic group will be reduced to the alcohol, and also bromine will be removed. Here, when this compound, let me write. शुरू कर बाबा. हाँ बस 5 मिनट खत्म करें. हाँ जल्दी. When this compound is treated with the lithium aluminum hydride in presence of tetrahydrofuran, THF in boiling, it is solvent. So just boil the tetrahydrofuran and add the lithium aluminum hydride. So this will be acting as a reducing agent, and this reducing agent, nothing will do it. Only this will convert the ketonic group into the alcoholic group. This bromine will be removed. So now we will have here compound CH ethoxy group. Here same. This ring. Oh, sorry. Then again. This compound. NH3 aromatic ring. Here this compound, this will be converted to OH. This is double bond remain as it is. So now we'll get this compound, and this compound is obtained after the treatment with the lithium aluminum hydride. So and this is known as one is methoxy group, another hydroxy. What the function of codeine will do later on, when we discuss the active relationship. And once this compound codeine is obtained, now everything is same. It is just like the morphine, but here only this is treated with the pyridinium chloride, or pyridine hydrochloride. What are you say? It is pyridinium chloride or pyridinium chloride. Heat it at 220 degrees centigrade. Then we get the morphine. Here we will now get the morphine. Here we will get the morphine. That is OH here, and this is minus morphine. There is morphine levodopa. This is the synthesis of the morphine. So whatever the synthesis we have carried out here, now it is just comparable with the results which were obtained by applying the tests we have carried out. These reactions are again their reaction are same. We can also we can ask from here. Anybody ask from you why we are using here the pyridinium chloride or pyridinium hydrochloride. We say it is selective demethylating agent. Otherwise, if you don't use here it is organic base. If you use inorganic base, then this methyl can also be removed. Our purpose is just to remove this only O methyl group. So we have used the pyridine hydrochloride or pyridine chloride at 220 centigrade. If anybody asks from you why we are using your organic base, we can use your inorganic base, which is more active, which is more stronger. We say if you use that inorganic base, then instead of removal of this OH-CH3, this NCH3 can also be removed. That is why we are using here demethylating agent. That is, we are using pyridine hydrochloride or pyridinium chloride at 220 degrees centigrade. Then this will undergo that is now morphine. So morphine is obtained finally. Now, inshallah, next time we will discuss the SAR and uses of the morphine. नमाज के टाइम से 2 मिनट रहे मैं जा रहा हूँ नमाज पे. अभी ये नेक्स्ट टाइम इंशाल्लाह SAR and uses of the morphine. Next time uses and SAR of morphine. Inshallah, next time we will do the SAR and uses of morphine. So today we are finishing it. Okay, and another thing, next inshallah on next Sunday we will have the class. Maybe on Monday and Tuesday I will go to the university. So 2 days we will of these classes. Inshallah, from 1st February the university will open. Then we will be allowed to. Now okay, now I'm finishing it. अभी बंद करता हूँ. मैं भी जा रहा हूँ नमाज पे. नेक्स्ट टाइम करेंगे इंशाल्लाह uses and SAR of morphine.